All right, we're going to watch Ovia's freestyle here. Ovi, as always, make sure after watching, check out the notes that Lynette's put in the email as well. Those are great little tips that you can read before and after practices, also before, during, after meets. If you don't have time to really watch the videos, it's always a good idea just to take some time to see what the verbal cues are as well. So different things that we see in the video that we want to make sure we touch on just in case. Some people sometimes have a better idea of reading different things. A lot of nice things out there we saw though real quickly. So let's kind of start over here and touch base. First off, on your freestyle recovery, real quick, we like the fact that as your hand starts to come out of the water, right here you can see on your left side, the first thing that comes up is that elbow that comes up nice and high, which is fantastic. We always want to see high elbows, and you can see you've got a nice elbow bend with your fingertips nice and low. One of the reasons we like to do that zipper drill is we want to keep those hands close to that body, and you do an excellent job of that. As you start to enter here, we can see that your elbow's still high, your fingertips are pointing down, which is an excellent way of entering that water. Always helps to have a good catch when you enter that water that way. Same with on your right side. You can see that elbow is up right before that hand starts to come out. Excellent job there. The one thing, try to make sure, and we'll see this a little bit better, try to make sure not to let that wrist be so bent as you come forward. When your wrist is bent, it does put a little bit of excess pressure on your shoulders. You want to make sure that your wrist is nice in line with your forearm so that everything is in one body position all the way through with your arm. Your freestyle catch really is from your fingertips all the way down to your elbow. And so you want to make sure that's all in the same line all the way through. On your breath there, you can see that you have a breath going on right here at the left side of your body. You want to make sure that as you get that head down, you want to make sure that that head is almost directly down before that hand enters. You can still see it's a little bit on an angle. So do try to get that head down just a shade quicker, not too much, but just a little bit. Good fingertip entry there on the right side. On your breath, so Mia, you're the first person that we've seen do this in the videos we've watched so far. On your breath, you always want to have one goggle in, one goggle out, and you've got it perfect. So your head position is exactly where it needs to be. It's kind of laid down on your shoulder. You can kind of see that you've got one goggle underwater. It looks like half of your mouth is above the water. That's exactly where we want to be all the time. The other thing we really like is the body line. We like how high you are in the water. You've got this shoulder up as your hand is coming above the water. You've got this hand pointing down. Legs are right into the surface. I mean, that's absolutely perfect, Mia. Again, you can see right here that your head starts to go in right as your hand is starting to finish. So if you can just get the head down just a little bit quicker, we're going to be good. Kick looks really, really strong and steady all the way through out there. As we get into our turn, the one thing you can kind of see right here, you see that you're at your hips and you're just kind of floating in that wall a little bit. You want to make sure that you don't float into the wall. If you need to slow that last pull down, there's nothing wrong with gliding the wall, right? It doesn't actually make it illegal. But you want to make sure you really hit that wall just a little bit better. If you need to short stroke something, that's fine. Not too short of a stroke, but if you need to short it a little bit, then definitely do that. As you do your turn here, you can see that your legs are coming over perfectly. Your hands look like they're nice and tight into your body. That's excellent. You always want to have a good compact flip turn, and you do a really good job of that. Also love how your feet right here are just a little bit separated. It's about hip width apart. That's one of the things that we do talk about at practices, and that's the best we've seen. So that looks fantastic. Generates a lot more power and strength. Right away, you can see that you're in a great tight streamline as you're already starting to push off that wall. Your feet hit that wall, and you're ready to go. The other thing we really liked is your first dolphin kick started right about here, which means you waited about 1.5 seconds to get off that wall. You always want to make sure that you kind of extend your walls, extend your underwaters by holding that first streamline for about 2 seconds at the most, and you did an excellent job there. Good dolphin kicks, good breakout. Here is the flags. So you're coming up right at the flags, about a stroke past the flags. Your eyes are down. Tracy would be very proud. No breath on the first stroke. That's excellent. Your head position stays really, really good all the way through. The other thing we really like is we don't see a whole lot of head movement out of you. When you take a breath, your head moves, but other than that, you get it right back in the middle, and you keep it in the middle, Mia. So that's fantastic. Keep it up. You're doing outstanding.